All right, all right, all right. All right, mic check. All right. Just gonna scoot this mic back a little bit so I'm not super loud. Okay, so showcase and testing of Ocean Voice and Ghost Claw. We have already got Ocean Voice and Ghost Claw. We have one of each at level 4. And I have not done anything with them yet, so we are going to go ahead and test them out. Very first step is going to be going into training. We are going to... Sorry, guys. Gotta check something really quick here. All right. Okay, so we're good. We're gonna recall, and then we are going to start with Ocean Voice. At the end, if we have time, I will throw her in a PvP arena and see how it goes. So we are just gonna line her up first off with the pumpkin, because pumpkin doesn't have any ability that's gonna boost stun or anything like that. So he's a really good base, or what is the scientific term for that? I don't remember that scientific term, but a good base, I guess I would call it, because he doesn't have anything that boosts him or anything like that. And make sure that we are both in charge. Yes, we are. 1856. Whoops. So, okay. I should change the speed to half. That would help, wouldn't it? 1856 looks like that is the lowest damage. And that's probably because of the defense of the front guard from the 2320 attack of Ocean Voice. Okay, so just quick comparison here. I want to compare her range to the the Warlock. Okay, so she has longer range. Now let's compare her to Light Seeker, because of course, from what I've heard so far, she is going to be a good Light Seeker counter, and she is just ripping them apart. So why not? Let's compare their range. And yep, looks like they have about the exact same range. And then with that said, how about let's just go right ahead and throw a Light Seeker on the other side so we can see her ability in play. Right there, looks good. Maybe we should throw our pumpkin guard on our own side also, just so that the battle can be prolonged a little bit more. I'm just gonna throw her over here to the side so we can maybe see the difference or the ability range. And let's give it a go. What was that, 5 under fit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is crazy. Her ability goes off once and it... I mean... Yeah, let's do that again so I can actually look at the numbers. Okay. Five. And that's about a third of her health. Or the Light Seeker's health. Okay, yeah, so I guess she's gonna be really good against Light Seekers. I mean, her ability goes off 3 times, and Light Seeker is dead. They are, of course, the same level. Jumping ahead of what I really want to do here, but I think that this is interesting. So we're just gonna go right ahead and throw in one Ripple Wizard and see how fast this can happen. Actually, before we do that, let's just look at the time here. So at 3 minutes. I mean, I guess I could have just went right to the end, but okay, so looks like in a situation like that, she would actually lose, but I think Light Seeker's ability is triggered at like 47, and then Light Seeker is almost dead at about 39. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna throw in our Ripple Wizard. Throw in a low level because I don't want the pumpkin guard to be wiped out too quick here. Okay, so it's about a 3 seconds. Ability, Light Seeker's ability activates about 3 seconds faster, and so then you actually win, and it's about 2 seconds. So 2 second difference with one Rip Wizard. Of course, you know, like, why would you just play one, right? I mean, honestly, you should probably only play one, but let's just try two. See how fast this moves. So that was like 5 seconds difference before the Light Seeker's ability goes off. And yet about 5 seconds before the Light Seeker dies. Okay. Let's see what was the next step here. All right, so it looks like I don't think there is much here else to do. So it seems like it's pretty basic ability, pretty straightforward. It doesn't look like there's anything. Oh yes, I know what I want to do here. I guess I almost forgot this. So let's just see. Okay, so level 4. And we're going to see if she targets the closest or the highest health, right? Because sometimes the game doesn't tell you that, and it just happens. Right, so let's go like this. We'll go ahead and remove these guys. And we'll just throw in 2 Woodland Guardian just to keep this pumpkin alive. And so let's see who she targets with her ability. So it looks like she targets the highest health. That's something really good to know. That's something that you would want to know. Right, so let's do it like this. Let's check out the distance of her ability. I'm gonna play these guys out here. Change this into a split. Okay, and then we're going to change this into a split. Go ahead and throw another pumpkin over here just in case. Just to confirm that she targets the highest health range unit. Right, because the Boar Scouts only have about 8,000 health. This is 32,000. Let's check the range of her ability. Yes, that is a very far. So she is in my opinion, directly made to kill light seekers. Because I do not think. I mean, there is the bone marksman. So, but most people right now have such high level light seekers that is what she's gonna target down. That might change. People might end up upgrading their bone marksman just so that the bone marksman can take the hits. Right, so let's do this. Okay, we're gonna throw in the level 5 bone marksman on this side. Let's see if she targets the bone marksman to confirm that it's the highest health. And yes, it is. So there you go. There you go, guys. So as the bone marksman's health dropped, you saw that she switched targets. So she will attack the target that has the highest health in the moment. Okay. So we have discovered that. That will be noted. Okay, so like I said, that was pretty straightforward. Let me see if just give me a minute here to think, see if I'm forgetting anything. I have my notes, but my notes are like super vague. I'm just gonna look at her ability here one more time just to see. This should fire shark water bullets at enemies, dealing single target damage. Prioritize archer. We know that she attacks highest health, not highest overall health, but health in the moment. So she will switch targets between which units to attack. She is going to be able to, unfortunately, probably activate the Light Seeker's ability a lot quicker. But if you have multiple Ocean Voice on the field, she's probably going to eliminate those Light Seekers a lot quicker. And then also with the help of other troops to wear down and take out the Light Seekers. So that's really good. Okay, so let's just go ahead. I don't think there's anything else left to do with Light Seeker here. So while we are still in training, let's just switch over to Ghost Claw. Alright, so it says here, pose Archer and Mage. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, but I think that we are just going to go ahead, throw in the Pumpkin, throw in the 2 Woodland Guardian. So I guess the very first thing I want to know is, does he pull one target or does he pull multiple targets? We're going to go ahead and put the same troops on the other side. What I'm doing here is I'm just trying to build something that's just going to survive for a long time so that I can see their abilities. And so it also says that he starts with 50% energy, right? So let's see if that's true. We got to switch these back to charge. And since he's pulling in, we'll look at it from this view. The only reason why I did the other view is because it's easier for us to see what the Ocean Voice is doing. We'll slow this down since this is going to be my first look at him. Yeah, so he does start at about 50% energy. So 2 hits. And he pulls multiple targets. Okay, so let's check this out. I just want to do that again because I want to see the size of his energy. All right, so it's on his right away on his third attack, so once, twice, and then his ability activates. Oh man, I was talking right there. I wasn't paying attention. So that's a pretty big range. Let's see if we can rig this to where he pulls in multiple single units. How are we gonna rig this? Like this. So they all kind of walk over. Here, we'll shift these guys over. Yeah, so he pulls in multiple range units. So it looks like if there's troops in front, they end up. Oh, so it looks like he doesn't pull just the archer. He pulls anything that's within that range. That's a really good mechanic to know. That's something that, you know, like you don't know unless you're testing or you have been just playing and then you just see it happen. So he doesn't pull just the archer and the mage. He pulls anything within that little circle. So it says that ability range is medium, right? So it may say that it's medium, but like the Rock Warlord, where it said it was medium, but actually it was limitless on his range. So let's play the split. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna put him on opposite sides, and I want to see how far his ability is. Go to split. Okay, so let's see here. We'll look at it from this view. So yeah, so that medium range is nothing. That medium range means absolutely nothing. And that's something that, you know, it's really good to know. So let's throw these guys in the back, right? Force this guy into the front. Throw these guys in the back. I'm just trying to maximize this range as much as I can. And let's do this. Instead of having so many of them, let's move. Let's just have just one, right? To test out this range theory. Yeah, so his range is also limitless. It is not medium. It is anywhere. That is really good to know. Okay, now what I want to know is, will he choose the highest health or the closest target? Which I'm thinking he's gonna choose the closest target, right? I guess I should have put the higher health. Okay, so he hits the highest health. Now let's switch these guys over, and we're gonna put this guy right here to see if he poses the closest range units or if he poses the highest health. So he poses the closest target. So now we know that. We know that the range is actually limitless. There is no actual range to it. See, as you see here, that's like in the entire field, right? It looks like the pull duration is very short though. Yeah, so the pull duration is very short, but he does pull from way across the map. He targets the closest unit, not the highest health, like the Ocean Voice. And then now what we want to see is, does he prefer mage or does he prefer range? Right? Or is it still just whoever's closest to him? Okay, just make sure this is the mage. So he prefers archers. Archer and mage to himself, so he will choose the archer over. So it looks like these new troops are designed to help counter Lightseeker in some way, right? Obviously, I think that the Ghost Claw is going to be a little bit more techy. You got to kind of have everything set up right and the correct troops to use them. But yeah, so it looks like he's going to target, or it could be because we already know that he doesn't target the highest health. He targets the closest range unit, and then he prefers the range unit over the mage. But now, what if we throw in the high health mage, right? Because it could change depending on whether it's an archer class or a mage class. Yeah, so same thing. So his priority is closest target, archer. And then, you know, any low health or anything like that afterward. And then mage type. Okay, so now let me take a look at my notes here to see what we are gonna do. This is gonna be the fun part. Since we're in training, I guess we're gonna go ahead and do Ghost Claw, all of the tests on Ghost Claw first before we go and do the hunt mode and infinity mode with Ocean Voice. So with this, I want to take these guys out. Okay, so I gotta find out how I'm gonna do this. Yes, okay. So charge. We're going to put this guy right here. Or perhaps back here. No, it will be right here. And then so we're gonna do the test with the light seeker because it's gonna be really painful if you're on a receiving end of the light seeker's ability when he pulls the light seeker in. And really good if you're next to a light seeker. So that's what we're gonna do. So what I'm gonna do is we are going to play flank on this. We are going to throw in Woodland Guardian, and let's just throw in. Let's just do. I just have a feeling like they're gonna die so quick because I have two really powerful level 4s. But where's my pumpkin? Okay, right there, and then we are going to just go ahead and throw in a level 3 and see if we can get this pull effect to happen. Actually, what? Let's switch this up a little bit here. So we'll put him over here. That way we can shift these guys forward. Okay, let's give it a try. No, the pull was not far enough. Okay, so let's... Okay, so of course this is gonna have to be trial and error, or no, maybe not. And then the Billy goes off. Okay, so we know that the level 6 over here, I mean the level 3 over here is not enough. Okay, so let's give it a try again. We gotta pay attention to the Elven Archer's health. Let me just pull that up on the screen. Yeah, like Seeker's Billy goes off. And oh yeah. So yeah, my guess was correct. That is right there. One synergy that you can use with Ghost Claw. Play him next to, in a situation where they're sending over troops, you can play him in the back next to not like exactly where the troops gonna land on him, but you can cause him to, or no, should I said you're playing him in backstab next to a light seeker. He will pull in, right? So let's just actually, you know what? Put that into play right now. Let me go into my lineup. So let's go into backstab 2. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna just go ahead here, remove those guys. We want him to survive. We gotta go to the top here. We're gonna play him right there. So next to Radiant Warrior, next to the Light Seeker. We will just play, let's say, this line right here. Okay. Now let's just see what happens. See who he pulls in. Oh, he dies so quick though. Maybe you gotta slow that down. Um, let's change this to the split. So we gotta give it a second here. Okay. So let's see if he pulls in those light seekers right here. And whatchamacallit. Yes, so he does. Right into the light seeker. Right, so all those half of those forest scout just went right into the light seeker. And then they are dead. I don't know if they were dead because of my light seeker's ability, but let's take a look at that again. Okay, so all these forest scouts right here on the edge. Right here on the edge. Oh, no, I guess that doesn't grab that far. Either way, he did grab the light seekers or a light seeker over here. So what if we went and let's just say we place this guy here. Okay. Oh no, he does. He pulled these scout right here, but they actually end up just dying. Because I guess that, yeah, the ability deals damage. So that is a synergy now here. I don't know if this is going to work because I don't have, no, actually on this account, I don't have a high enough level Scarlet Spark. But I was going to say we can try the Scarlet Spark and see. Anyways, so yeah, so that is good synergy right there. So I guess we'll show the reverse of that, right? So you're pulling in troops for your light seeker to deal damage to as your light seeker is dying. Now let's see what happens when you are surrounded by a bunch of melee troops, right? And I think the best way to do this is to play Paladins. We'll throw in 2 level 7s with him. We'll move him to the front. Now I just gotta figure out a way how to calculate this so that the light seeker's ability goes off without dying right away. And I think what we can do here is play this guy. So we're going to play him a little bit to the side here. And let's go grab that light seeker. We'll play the light seeker over here. Okay, let's just throw in some Wounded Guardian. Make sure that our tank survives so what we want happens. Okay, so you end up pulling in a light seeker. And their ability is going to go off and hurt your team. Switch that to charge. Oh, gotta make sure we switch this charge. Okay, that's okay that some of the Paladins split over there. They'll get that damage going on that light seeker. Okay, so yeah, he pulls him in. So now all of my troops are surrounding him. And then what's gonna happen is when the light seeker's ability goes off, it's just gonna completely wreck my troops that are standing around my ghost clock. That is the reverse of it that you do not want to happen. Looks like I didn't see his AoE go off there. For some reason, let's try that again. Something happened there. Instead of using these guys, let's go and use goblins. Because I think the shield might have done something there. Okay, so let's just click on this guy and see if he gets hurt by the light seeker's ability. I think that was it, right? It was that the reason why all their health was going down. Try it one more time just so we can get a better look at it here. So I don't know if his area effect damage is happening when he, because it's not showing the effect here, or how nearby it has to be. Maybe he's got to be in much closer. So let's do this. Yeah, I'm not seeing the light seekers area of effect going off there. Use continuous area effect damage nearby enemies, and he heals himself. Looks like maybe they are not close enough to him. It does look like this guy's taking mad damage though. But either way, I think that the split shots is going to be hurting anything that is going to be standing around the ghost claw. So what you're not going to want to do is place, let's say you have your bone gunners, right? You're probably not going to want to play your bone gunners next to him when you're trying to pull in a light seeker. You're probably not going to want your warlock. Oh, this gunner's probably going to die before everything goes off. No, so he switched targets. All right. Okay, now his ability goes off. Yeah, and then it splits right there. So the thing with the light seeker's ability, when he splits, he shoots 3 targets that is closest to him. So if those targets are gonna be important characters like your gunner and your warlock, or Melody Weaver, Starlight Apostle, or something like that, um, you don't want them standing next to the Ghost Claw when his ability goes off. So most likely you're gonna want to have him next to tanks. Of course, it's gonna be already a good idea to have him next to a Radiant Warrior. You can play him next to other light seekers, so you can play him in backstabs and outflank. I think that he will be pretty decent at that because he is a tank class, isn't he? I know that his health is super high. I'm at level 4. He's equivalent to a level 6 Night King, and yes, he is a tank class. Okay, I think that is it for Ghost Claw and training. I don't think that Ghost Claw is going to have many use in Hunt, or well, he's probably not going to have any use in Hunt. But not as many use Infinity. I do have some thoughts on some Infinity that he can be good in, but we will have to wait. And unfortunately, I can't show you because the Infinity round is not those round. So you guys will have to wait until when I come up with the content on the Ghost Claw. But let's move into Hunt right now. We go into trial. The very first thing that we are going to do is just going to be a raw comparison. All right, it's been a while since I actually look at these numbers because I haven't really been upgrading troops or anything like that. I've just been saving all my resources. But I know that what is it? Like I think the bone marksman deals good damage. I think the light seeker deals good damage. And Yeah, we'll just compare him to those two. Maybe I don't have a level 4. I mean, well, I do have level 4 Ninetales, but usually if you're going to play with the Ninetales, you want to compare it to a level 6 Ninetales. So we'll go with that. We'll pull them back a little bit. We need our tanks up front. So we're just going to throw the tankiest tank up there, which is going to be the Night King, and then we'll surround him with Woodland Guardians. Which is back up here. Sorry about that. Alright, and I think we can play this at ×2 speed. We want to see the results here fast of their damage. So right away, she is already doing way better than Bone Marksman. Right, the reason why the Bone Marksman deals so much damage is because his ability deals, what is it, 300% damage? Okay, we're gonna speed this up ×4. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious here that she's gonna do more raw damage because of her ability. Right? She shoots multiple of those sharks, even though it's only at 100% damage coefficiency. I do want to play this in slow-mo because I just want to see. No, actually, what I wanted to do is when put in 3 warlocks, because the Stormlord gets slowed, right? Slow does apply to him. He attacks much slower when there is slow applied to the Stormlord. So I'm gonna see, and unfortunately we can't click on the Stormlord to see where his speed is at and what is his drop to. But let's see. I want to see if a Bone Marksman, I should figure this out a long time ago, shoots 2 bullets. As you see here, he gets the slow mark, so he does attack much slower. If you have stopped this and they watch, like, he would pause like this for a long time. Once you get the slow down from the Warlock, he pause for, I think he waits twice as long to attack again the next round. And so, yes, so we do get 2 bullets from the Bone Marksman, so he definitely is getting slowed. Okay. And now I think that maybe the Stormlord, I've never checked this out, which I should have a while ago. Maybe the Stormlord speed is already slow enough for the Bone Marksman's ability to go off with dual bullets. Let me just see here. So I'm learning things as you guys are learning things with me too. So yeah, so it looks like a Stormlord speed is already slow enough to have the Bone Marksman, what is it, flawed exploit go off. So what that means is that in hunt mode against a Stormlord, the Bone Marksman is maxed out, right? And there is nothing more that the Bone Marksman can do to gain damage from like your average buff, right? Speed, Oracle, Aposto. So on my stream about the Great Axe Warrior and the Hydromancer, somebody had to ask, like, why would I put a Ripple Wizard on the Hydromancer and not a Melody Weaver on the Poison Master to show a fair comparison of damage dealt? Well, the reason why I didn't was because that makes no sense, right? Because everything that can be buffed and everything, you know, everything that the Poison Master can gain and buff, so can the Hydromancer. And it's the same thing here. Every buff that the Bone Marksman can gain, or the Light Seeker can gain, so can the Ocean Voice. But there is one buff that Ocean Voice can get that the other two can't, and that is energy. Right? So I'm not going to buff the other guys with oracles and whatever to try to, you know, because that would just be completely unfair to Ocean Voice. So the extra buff that Ocean Voice gets over the other two is gonna be getting energy, so her ability goes off, right? So we're gonna test that just to see how much more damage she does with one Rip Wizard on the field. So before she was leading about like maybe 5,000 more damage, but as you see here, she's leading by 10,000 and then 20,000 and 60,000. And then of course, you know, as the battle goes on, as long as she's next to the Rip Wizard, right? Like she's just dealing massive amount of damage. Very good character for boss fights. All right, let's take a look at that. All right, so the Light Seeker did kind of pull in at the end there. And because of the Light Seeker's ability to survive longer, the Light Seeker did end up doing more damage. But if it's the case where they survive the exact same amount of time, right, for whatever reason, the Light Seeker gets taken out first, or at, you know, at the same time as the Ocean Voice will deal more damage. But of course, we do have to consider the fact that the, you know, Light Seeker's ability allows Light Seeker to survive longer. But still, though, with just one Rip Wizard, Ocean Voice does more damage than Light Seeker. Of course, for lower level players, you're not going to really want to use the Rip Wizard, especially if you don't have the full deployment points, right? So maybe, you know, Ocean Voice won't deal as much damage, but for all the players that are at 300 deployment points and does have a Rip Wizard and has better troops, you're probably going to play 2 to 3 Rip Wizard. I mean, at least I would, right? To buff your Apostos, your Warlocks, and all that. So that just means that the Ocean Voice is just going to get buffed even more and deal even more damage than like Bone Marksman or Light Seeker and Hunt. Oh, that was an actual attack, which it's all right because this is my free-to-play account, and unfortunately, I have not. I've been able to. This is my free-to-play account, and I've been able to get both characters because I have been not doing anything other than getting these chests and then collecting coins on this account. I've been more focused on my main account because this account has reached almost level 30, and I feel that that is like about the I think like average or where you want to be as a player in this game is going to be about 27, 28, 29, right? Because now you're kind of entry level into being able to hold your own against clan wars when you get into clan wars and so on. So I have reached that with this guy. I don't want to take the next step because the next step is going to be clan war. That takes a lot of time, a lot of dedication. So I just use this account now to collect gems and get characters like this so I can run tests on them. With that, we're not going to use Ghost Claw. I don't think that Ghost Claw has any usage in Hunt. We'll go to Infinity. Unfortunately, it's Death Flame. But we will just go ahead here and do the same thing. Unfortunately, we don't. I mean, I think we already know that she's going to deal way more damage because Death Flames, most of the Infinity are fire based, and she's probably just going to do more damage. Play that at times 2 speed. Oh, or maybe not because I forgot that Bone Marksman's ability is penetrating. Completely forgot that Bone Marksman's ability is penetrating. So since she is single targeting, and Light Seeker gets that last burst and a longer survival, so she's actually not that good. But how about let's compare her to, because sometimes if she deals more damage than Poison Master, then, you know, which I don't think she's gonna deal more damage than Poison Master. Yeah, she's not gonna deal more damage than Poison Master. Okay, so I think that is it for Ocean Voice. I don't think there is any other test that we can run here. So we did the Infinity mode, which, you know, she's not all that great in Infinity. Well, yeah, okay, so we have arena. I think I might go ahead and do arena here. But we have done training, infinity hunt, and the comparison with the Rip Wizard. So with Ghost Claw, we really can't do anything in hunt. Arena in training was everything that we did. And then in Infinity, there is one or two Infinity rounds that Ghost Claw could be good in, but it requires you to have the Great Axe Warrior. And unfortunately, we are not in those rounds, so I can't probably show you, but I'm gonna try it out anyways, just so that I can get a better standing of the strategy or the synergy that I'm thinking of. So we will go ahead here. And we'll throw in the Ghost Claw and the Great Axe Warrior. Actually, you know what? I think let's do this on my main account because I think, oh no, actually I don't have Ghost Claw on my main account. So we'll just go ahead and do it with the level 5 Great Axe. So what I'm thinking is you're going to do with the level 6 a Great Axe. It would work 100,000% better. But we will just try because like I said, we're not even going up against the proper Infinity round that I think this ability or this synergy would work in. But yeah, why not give it a go, see what happens. So you're gonna want your goddess. I have a level 1 here. I guess we'll throw her in. Oh nope, actually I lied, I have a level 2. We'll put these guys in the back, try to make everything survive. We'll put you, yeah, that would be good. Who else could we put in there? Let's just try it like this and see what happens. So let's see where the stun's going off. So stun goes off there. I think we gotta wait until they get into a much higher level. But I don't know if. Okay. So I'm gonna explain right the synergy here. In Sword of Rage and Shattering, you can use Ghost Claw. You pull in the troops. If you have Great Axe Warrior, you're gonna want like 2 or 3 or as many as you can, right? When you're able to get them. You know, of course, they're super expensive. You use Ghost Claw, you pull in the melee attackers, and then your Great Axe Warrior continuously stun them. And because they're unable to really do any damage, you have your Willing Guardian healing, you have your Goddess War protecting them. You're gonna just deal massive damage. They're gonna get pulled in, they're gonna get stunned, they're gonna get pulled in, stun, pulled in, stun, pulled in, stun. And then you also have your backline with Ursa's, which is gonna continuously stun, and then you have your Dark Moon, which is gonna just disable. So in those rounds, they're not gonna be able to do anything. You just sit there and deal damage until the time runs out. Of course, I mean, they will be able to do like some damage. So it's really on how efficient your goddess is, your wooden guardian is, and you know, the higher level you have of the Great Axe, the better. That is the synergy I'm thinking of. Those of you that may have all that, give it a try, and then you know, let me know in the comments if it works out for you or not. But just from what we saw here, I think that will work. And then if you guys you know, or do not have that, in about a week or two, when we go through those rounds and I make the content, I'll put it out there so that you guys can see. Okay. And I think that is it. And then so I guess I'll go do a couple of arena with Ghost Claw and Ocean Vice, just so that you guys see. But I'm gonna have to switch over to my main account. So in that case, we are going to put you guys on a break for a minute. Right, we are back, and I'm just gonna go ahead and want to hit this once so that I'm not losing my energy that I have allowed it to get filled up. Let me hit it twice. So I think that gives you about 20 minutes or something like that. Rough math. Okay, so now we can go into arena. Let's just go straight into battle. It's the beginning here, so I'm going to be going up against a bunch of low levels. So in that case, let's go to history so we can go up against some high levels. Yeah, I have garbage defense. If somebody out there has a really good defense lineup, yo, share it with me. But then again, I'm defending myself against level 36. So, you know, maybe nothing can help. Is that happening to any of you guys when you go into view? Like it did that pop-up thing right there? Because that's been happening to me like every single round. Yo, Emma Rosa. I'm sorry, man. My chat, I don't know why my chat isn't working correctly. If you are still here, hello. Okay, so we are going to throw in... Oh, actually, that's right. I have not gotten... Oh, my mistaken. I have not gotten the... Put you guys back on. I'll be right back here. I have not gotten the level 4 on here. I think I only have level 3 because I'm trying to... This is my main account, so I'm trying to do this like without wasting a lot of resources. So we're just gonna go ahead here and go back. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. So we'll just, yeah, so we'll go here. And here we go. We'll go Revenge. Level 32 against this level 29. Yep, see that pop up right there? It's been happening all the time. What do we have here? It looks like it is going to be a split play. So I'm just going to go ahead here and go into Backstab 2. Because that's the best thing I have in this account right now for Backstab 2. But let's take a look here. So he's got Lightseeker on the left side. So, and left side is my strong side, or is going to be his strong side. We are going to go ahead and remove this guy and throw in Ocean Voice. Okay, so let's take a look here. So weak side, he has Necromancer. So okay, so let's try to pull in some Necromancer so we can take him out faster. We will put this guy here, and actually we are going to swap these places right here just so that the Ghost Claw can get the defense. And we'll play this at half speed. See how this goes. I have no idea where... Okay, there we go. We saw that fish. So Ocean Voice is over here somewhere. The fish is flying. And I don't think we were able to pull in any Necromancers. So we'll have to go watch this replay and kind of really break it down. Actually, I guess I forgot one more test to do with Ghost Claw, huh? Because we know that he prioritizes archers and mages. But sometimes, if there isn't a character on the field, some abilities don't go off at all. And Ghost Claw could be one of those. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and finish this because obviously we're gonna lose. We're going against level 32. But I just want to see. Here, hold on. Level 26. Hey, let's try this guy too. This looks like it might be a split. I think I'm for sure gonna win. He doesn't have anything. Well, I don't think this is really fair. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna skip that because he has nothing to defend. Okay, we're gonna look at the stats real quick here. So 60, almost 70,000. So she's doing good damage. Ghost Claw, of course, like a regular tank, doesn't really do much damage. They're more there for utility. Survival time is pretty good, right? And especially when I'm going up against such a high level player compared to myself. Okay, so now let's go to the replay. So let's just see here. Looks like she is in the middle here. Ocean Voice. Her ability is constantly going to the right to hit that Light Seeker. Okay, now she's moving to the right. And then, yep, so she's targeting the Bone Marksman. And then now she's targeting the Light Seeker up at the top. Yeah, this Ocean Voice is OP for PvP. And for taking out ranged units, Light Seekers, Bone Marksman. So guys, you're going to want to get as many Ocean Voice as you can. I think that she is going to be meta right now to counter everything and take them out, rip them apart. Now the thing though you have to be really careful is like these 3 Light Seekers in the back, right? She's going to deal so much damage to them that she's going to activate their ability. So unless you are able to send something else back there to take them out, it could backfire on you. So that's something that you need to take into consideration. And then with that, let's take a look here at Ghost Claw and see what Ghost Claw is doing. So ability goes off. And troops, there are already troops that is already in front of him. So, I mean, I guess he's really not doing anything. But I guess, yeah, so he kind of stacks him up for Bone Marksman's ability, as we just saw there. So I guess, you know, there's that. Okay, so let's go see if we can find someone where we can use backstabs on. Jeez, these are all like, okay, so we're gonna have to go to the regular rotation. See if it gives me anybody worthwhile. 1 Light Seeker, no. Fortunately, I am not in high enough trophy here that I don't think level 41. Okay. Wow. Let's give it a go, just because I want to see what happens. Okay, so let's see if Ghost Claw stacks him up for Bone Marksman. Oh no, the Griffin Rider separated them. I think that would have been nice, but the Griffin Rider separated them. Man, we were just getting demolished. You see all those level 7s and level 9s? Jeez Louise, level 9? $27. Okay, so 27. 1 Light Seeker. No Necromancer though. I don't think it's as fair as a fight. 1 Light Seeker, 2 Necromancer. Okay, sure, why not? Let's give this a try. So we are playing backstab. I'm gonna move this guy back here. And yeah, so we leave Ocean Voice there. Let's see what happens here. We're gonna take a look at Ghost Claw first. See who he pulls in. Okay, so there's the pull. Looks like he pulled in a bunch of Frost Skeletons. Yeah, I really wanted to go up against somebody that had like a bunch of Light Seekers in the back. Let's see if we can just pull them in and have our Forest Scout just rip them apart. But unfortunately, since this account I'm not climbing trophies, it's just an idle account that I'm collecting gems on. Let's finish this up so we can go look at Ocean Voice in the replay. Ocean Voice turns to the back. And Ocean Voice is probably going to rip. Yep. Rips that Light Seeker apart. Billy goes off. Alright, so that's the time that you want the Ocean Voice to actually be able to be taken out the Light Seekers. You want other troops near to take out the Light Seeker as soon as possible with Ocean Voice. Because otherwise, if not, all what you're doing is activating Light Seeker's ability so that Light Seeker can just rip everything. Okay, so I'm gonna try one more. Try to see if I can find one more. Like I said, I'm not grinding trophies on this account. This is an idle account. So unfortunately, I am not being matched up with the right levels. Not even that, the right players. I mean, they can be a low level, but if they have the right troops. We had that level 41. I don't know what that level 41 was doing. Okay, right here, level 30. 105 power. No Light Seeker, though. We'll have to skip you. Level 37. Level 6 is 666. Okay, so what is he playing here? Charge? He's probably playing Backstab 2. So let's go to Backstab 2 counter. And let's put this guy out. And take... We'll just take this guy out. Put this guy in here. Okay, let's see how this goes. And if this is a charge, then I guess... Where's well? No, it's a split. I thought that maybe he might send those over. Because he had skeletons in the back. But I guess I was wrong. So you saw that Bone Marksman got pulled in. And then completely got destroyed. Ocean Voice is just ripping away, putting in damage. That would have been a good one, but I guessed him wrong. Let's see here. See if we can find another one. 1, 2, 4 necromants. Okay, so this might be a good one. Let's see here. So this is probably a split. Which is good. We'll play a Backstab 2. We'll go ahead here. Take out the bomb. Put you here. And then we will take out this level 6. Put you here. And let's give her a go. And then I guessed wrong. Okay. I think I'm a little tired here. It's been a long day for me. But we do see all that pull. And he's pulling again soon, right? Because it looks like his ability is going to go off. Or maybe it did. Nope, there it is. And it pulls the gunners in. Very nice. Okay, let's speed this up because we want to look at Ocean Voice. Hold on before we do that. Okay. So let's not be tired yet. Okay, so I think this one he's going to play a split. Okay. There we go. Pose in those light seekers, all right, which I don't think that that's a good idea. Maybe Ghost Claw is not good because now light sees good. No, maybe not. And yeah, so maybe that is not a good idea because I put in the light seeker ability goes off, and then light seeker just rips my scouts apart. So maybe it's not a good idea, but somebody might be able to figure out how to do it right, how to use Ghost Claw and stabs. Pair him up with, I don't know, maybe a Great Axe Warrior. You know, that could work here too. Or work here too. Okay, so let's speed this up so we can take a look at Ocean Voice. History. Oh yeah, look at the game glitch. Where is Ocean Voice? Oh, there she is, right there near the bottom left. Hitting this Light Seeker right now. Right, so like that Light Seeker's ability goes off. And there's nothing there to help take that Light Seeker out. So this is going to be in a situation where you're going to want multiple Ocean Voices. Right, or you're going to want some kind of other troops there to take out the Light Seeker. It could be good, it could be bad. It's a double-edged sword. But anyways, guys, so I think that should be it, man. We are at an hour here, so that's what the time looks like, which I think that is perfect. We are going to conclude this. Let me just switch us over to that. All right, yo, so my final thoughts on this is going to be Ocean Voice is going to be super good for hunt mode. Ocean Voice, if you're able to get more than one, or you're probably going to want more than one later down the line, get one for now. If you have the battle pass and the event battle pass, you're going to get a level 4, and then you're going to get a level 3. So all you need in the wheel is get another level 3. And if you want to get another level 4, then go ahead. So you have level 4, a level 3, and then plus the level 4 that you get from the event and the level 3, and then that gives you three level 4 Ocean Voice, which, I mean, that would be terrific, right? If you have the gems for that. Ghost Claw, I think that you should probably hold off on it. They're gonna come back to Hardmaster in like 2 weeks or something like that. So maybe get Ghost Claw then. Well, as for right now, Ocean Voice is really good. Be good for hunt mode, and not so good for Infinity. Ghost Claw, really hard to use. I guess, you know, he's gonna be a character that's gonna take some time to figure out, but he might be really good. You know, who knows? But that is my conclusion on these two, and in the future, I will probably come up with content on both of them once I have more time, more data, more experience. Maybe break down something and to show you those synergies that I was talking about. I think that those synergies will work, but I don't know. But if you are still here, thank you for stopping by and tuning in. Otherwise, if you are watching this at a later time, thank you for stopping by and tuning in. And until next time, guys.